Hello everyone. For over 2 decades, Rwanda has been hailed as an African economic success story and cited as an economic model for Africa. The country's impressive growth statistics and urban transformation have received praise globally. Rwanda's GDP growth has indeed been remarkable, averaging around 7 to 8% annually over the last decade, driven by sectors such as construction, services, industry and agriculture. Rwanda's GDP grew from $2 billion in 2000 to $14 billion in 2023. Rwanda has invested heavily in infrastructure. Kigali International Airport has expanded, with direct flights to Europe and Asia. Kigali, the capital, is often showcased as a model of cleanliness and urban order. Rwanda has developed a robust ICT network, with 4G coverage reaching 95% of the population. Rwanda's tourism revenues increased from $200 million in 2000 to $600 million in 2023, driven by mountain gorilla trekking, Lake Kivu tourism and cultural tourism. Rwanda has implemented business-friendly policies, ranking 38th in the World Bank's 2020 Ease of Doing Business Index. Kigali hosts several innovation hubs, including the Kigali Innovation City and the Rwanda Innovation Fund. However, the narrative of Rwanda as an economic marvel deserves closer scrutiny, as it may overlook several underlying challenges and complexities that complicate its status as a true success story. A closer examination of the facts and figures reveals a more nuanced picture, characterized by significant challenges that question the sustainability and inclusivity of this growth. Despite this impressive growth, the GDP per capita remains amongst the lowest in Africa, at approximately $1,000. This disparity indicates that the economic gains have not substantially elevated the average income of Rwandan citizens. A closer look reveals that much of Rwanda's economic growth is concentrated in sectors like construction and services that predominantly benefit the urban elite and foreign investors. The structure of Rwanda's economy is another point of concern. As of 2023, services accounted for 44% of the GDP, while manufacturing contributed a mere 10%. This limited industrial base suggests a lack of diversification, making the economy vulnerable to external shocks and limiting opportunities for value-added production. Rwanda's trade dynamics further complicate its economic narrative. In 2023, the country exported goods worth approximately $2.5 billion, but imported goods valued at $3.9 billion, resulting in a significant trade deficit. Rwanda's trade deficit therefore widened from $400 million in 2010 to $1.4 billion in 2023. The export portfolio is heavily reliant on a few commodities such as coffee, tea, and tin ores. This dependence on primary commodities exposes the economy to global price fluctuations and undermines long-term stability. Meanwhile, 70% of Rwanda's population remains in agriculture, a sector that has not seen comparable growth. Smallholder farmers, who form the backbone of Rwanda's rural economy, continue to struggle with low productivity and limited market access, keeping them in cycles of poverty. Although Kigali might give the appearance of prosperity, much of rural Rwanda remains mired in poverty. A recent report by the National Institute of Statistics of Rwanda indicated that about 40% of Rwandans still live in poverty. In other words, a large segment of the Rwandan population experiences deprivation in multiple dimensions, such as education, healthcare, and living standards, highlighting the uneven distribution of economic gains. Another critical issue undermining Rwanda's economic narrative is its heavy dependence on foreign aid. Official Development Assistance, or ODA, contributes significantly to Rwanda's national budget, with estimates suggesting that aid covers a significant portion of government spending. According to the 2023/2024 national budget, external grants and loans constitute 13% and 24% of the budget, respectively. This reliance on foreign aid raises questions about the sustainability of government spending and the country's ability to maintain its development trajectory independently. While the government has efficiently managed this aid to build infrastructure and drive reforms, this reliance raises questions about the sustainability of Rwanda's development model. Rwanda's ability to sustain growth without external assistance is yet untested. Its domestic industrial output is not yet robust enough to drive sustained independent economic growth. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of Rwanda's success story is its political system. While President Paul Kagame is often lauded for his leadership, there are concerns about restrictions on the political space. Rwanda's stability is often described as authoritarian developmentalism, where economic progress is prioritized over political freedoms. Certainly this model has yielded tangible results, particularly in infrastructure and public services, but the absence of democratic governance raises concerns about long-term stability. While Rwanda's economic achievements are commendable, labeling it unequivocally as an African success story oversimplifies the complex challenges Rwanda faces. The modest GDP per capita, limited industrialization, trade imbalances, persistent poverty, and dependence on foreign aid underscore the need for a more balanced assessment. Addressing these issues is crucial for Rwanda's long-term and sustainable economic development. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, please share to spread the insights. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing for similar insights on Africa's economic rebound from poverty to prosperity.